Hello everyone. Today we had a big update in the game with major changes to Weirwood Trials, CCS, and KVK. I usually don't make videos about updates since they usually are small, but since this one is big, I wanted to explain it. First of all, Weirwood Trials. Weirwood has got a complete overhaul. The concept of normal and elite is now gone, and we now only have the Wall of China while fighting enemies endlessly. There are also new currencies, bronze medals, silver medals, golden medals, and finally, Weirwood tokens. The medals are going to be used to upgrade the commanders, and I will go over them shortly. Weirwood tokens are now the new currency to buy commander medals with. We get a variable amount every minute depending on the level you completed. I have here 55 tokens, 10 bronze, 10 silver, and 6 golden medals, and that rate is every 5 minutes. While this farm, at stage 940, it gets 53 tokens. This is a newer account, and it's at 36 tokens. So your goal is to clear all stages at some point, because now it has an effect. There was a new level introduced, and I will show you in a minute how to clear it. Those passive values will accumulate, and we can hold up to 72 hours. So that's nice and pretty much free. Additionally, we can still use stamina. We can blitz with increments of 60s, and that will give us 10 hours worth of gain or production. However, if you have less than 60, you can't really blitz directly from Weirwood window, but if your castle is level 25, then you can blitz from City Fair. I'm not sure what's the minimum since I tried with 8 stamina and it didn't work, but I tried with 16 and it worked. You can also collect the accumulated gain from City Fair too. Now before we move on, let me show you how I did the new level. I did it manually and I aimed to kill the spear first since the Night King will sacrifice 2 anyway, and then he will randomly kill 4 of my commanders. But it shouldn't be hard with those commanders. Besides, most of them are free to play, and you can swap Theon for Soren if you don't have it. Now we are going to do some math to figure out how many tokens we're going to make and whether this change is actually better or worse for us. So, from regular gain, which is the passive that you accumulate, each 1 day, which equals 1,440 minutes, we are getting 55 Weirwood tokens per 5 minutes or 11 tokens per minute. So the total tokens from passive gain is 1,440 multiplied by 11. Equals 15,840. We get 288 stamina per day without using spreads of Weirwood. Each blitz costs 60 stamina and provide 10 hours of gain. So you can do 4.8 blitz, which gives us 48 hours. 48 hours multiplied by 60 minutes multiplied by 11 per minute equal 31,680 tokens. So we are at 47,520 tokens a day between passive gain and stamina use. Finally, we can get additional stamina from clearing Expedition Beyond. We get 30 stamina from clearing Easy and Normal, 50 from Expert and Mentor, and 60 from Nightmare, assuming you clear the whole thing. So now let's evaluate the shop. Each commander can be purchased multiple times. There are few cheaper medals at 2,000, and the rest is 3,000. Obviously, once you have maxed all the commanders, you would want to spend your tokens on the 2,000 first, then start spending on 3,000. But for the sake of math, we are going to assume everything is at 3,000 since the shop refresh once a month. We were at 47,520 a day. Let's multiply that by 30 to get the monthly value, equal 1,425,600 tokens. Divide that by 3,000, so a total of 475 medals a month without using any spreads of Weirwood. Now if we add the Expedition Beyond, you would get 99,000 tokens a month if you do Easy and Normal, or 33 medals. You would get 165,000 tokens on Expert Mentor, or 55 medals. And finally, you would get 198,000 for Nightmare Gamers, or 66 medals. So what did we used to have before? We used to make 240 stamina a day, and Blitzing Elite used to cost 12 stamina. So you could do 20 hits a day. Each 3 elite hits would give you a single medal. So for a full day, you end up with 6.66 medals, or around 7 if you add the Expedition Beyond. So a total of 210 medals a month. As you can see, they have doubled the values without adding any extra cost. So we are going to be able to get more elite tokens. Say you are an expert in Expedition Beyond, you will get 530 medals a month or 66 elite tokens. That's way better than the previous 26 elite tokens a month. Finally, Spirit of Weirwood. They still give 120 stamina each. That's 20 hours or 13,200 Weirwood tokens or 4.4 commander medals. One last thing before we move on. You can now blitz from City Affairs instead of going to the Weirwood window or choosing which commander to blitz. That might sound like nothing, but if you have a couple accounts, then it's a huge time saver. Now for the second part, commander optimization. If you remember how annoying it was to upgrade commander gear where you had to go collect specific items from specific Weirwood levels, now that is gone. Thank God. Instead, we get universal gear upgrade medals, and we can use them to upgrade the commander. Also, the commander promotion time seems to be instant, instead of hours, days as it used to be before. However, you still need to feed the commander to increase its level. So now you have commander level or commander experience, and then the gear which has changed to the medals. Once the commander has reached the level cap, you can promote it instantly, even multiple times, as long as you have the items. This is a great quality of life feature, to be honest, because it used to be very annoying to track which part drops from where. And then you need 200 of this and 50 of that for each commander. And each commander is different at the end of the day. So good job devs, I'm in love already. It's worth mentioning here that nothing has changed for commander attributes. It's just more simplified process. However, they did change the Awakening tab in the way how the information is displayed. Also, the Strategic Attributes window, which used to show the Siege of Winterfell stats, is now gone. Instead, you can view it from the event itself. If you go to Siege of Winterfell, then Available Commanders, here you can see the stats of each commander. This change is not really a big deal, but I used to like it the way it was before, where everything was under one tab. Next, CCS Changes. The following changes has been made to CCS. Number 1, player castles won't be attacked directly. Number 2, we again have regular hospital capacity, so no more 5 million tier 4 hospital build after the event. Number 3, Alliance now can send 30 reinforcement troops to defend the city. It will work in a similar way to AC or UC, but with one building, where someone will get into the building and the Alliance members will reinforce them. Additionally now, the castle itself can be rallied multiple times from the same alliance. So let's say a player got into the building and got reinforced by 20 castles. The other alliance or alliances can have multiple rallies on a castle. If each alliance has 7 or 10 strong rally players, then they can all launch at the same time and probably kick the player from the castle. This is very interesting strategy. However, I do see 2 issues in this logic. First, if a big player got in, and that's usually the case in CCS, then it will be super hard to kick them out if they immediately refresh troops even with 50 rallies. Second, many big gamers are in big alliances which adopted the philosophy of spreading over many kingdoms, especially when you have 10 different CCS time slots. So the only way for this to become an alliance activity is for players to move back to the concept of one alliance in one server. But why would the players do that? The devs did change CCS rewards and added elimination rewards for some shiny battle diamonds to upgrade our gear. However, those rewards are not tempting enough for players to go back to play on the same server. I can tell you from now, the players will never move back unless the devs start addressing the reasons why they move out in the first place. Things like Supermine, Sabrina medals, KVK rewards, etc. The rewards from being alone are still too valuable to be dropped to get 60 battle diamonds. Outside those issues, obviously this change might encourage more people to participate in, and I am looking forward to see how this change is going to actually impact the event. I hope it's going to be a positive change. Finally, regarding CCS, the top 3 rewards are still the same, nothing has changed. Number 4, Anniversary Celebration. there will be a new event soon, in addition to a new KVK mode for this anniversary. Lord of Light Carnival. Occupying castles will cause weak defense troops to appear. I'm assuming something similar to rebel groups or rebel camps. Killing them will give extra rewards. Additionally, it's going to be treated as a no-loss KVK, so your troops are going to come back the next day, 90% merit reduction, no battle or bravery tokens. However, 120% extra value from diamonds. Number 5. General grain consumption of troops has now been reduced by 30%. I don't think this has any noticeable impact because this is not upkeep consumption rate reduction. This just means, for example, instead of having negative 3 million an hour, it's gonna be a negative 2 million an hour. So on my main, I am still at minus 24 million an hour. And that's while having Shayla at 4 stars. So I will never be able to produce grain unless I pop 50% upkeep reduction bonus, or use the 25% plus put Kingsguard leg on the whole time. But if you have a grain farm with some troops, then maybe you will notice difference here. One last change that is not listed, Dana's weapon is now in the game with a base attribute of spear attack. It has 60% attack at 4 stars, so I'm assuming it will have the same F5 cost as well. However, for all of you spear gamers, this is exciting. You will be able to get a weapon with 12 spear base attack without the need to lock the stats for spears only. So that means cheaper rolls. And that's it for this update. I know it could be much to digest, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what do you think of those changes in the comments. If you have any questions, also feel free to ask in the comments. Until the next video, see you soon!